So the last thing I'll show you is how to export data and sketches from PocketTopo. I use an SD card and I store everything on the SD card, and then I take that and put it into my desktop computer to manipulate later. But what you'll do is open the menu and go to Export. And if you are using Therion, TopoRobot, or Visual Topo, you can export the data in those in the format for those pieces of software. But there is no export utility for Compass or Walls. You can export the data as raw text file, and then you can go through it, say in an Excel spreadsheet or even Notepad or something like that, and get the data into Walls or Compass. But so that's how you would export the data. Generally, with the raw data, I'll export it as a text file, and then for the sketches, I'll go to Export Graphics, and then in here you can choose if you want the plan view or the side view, and then there's a suffix. So whatever you name the file, it'll save two versions of it. So if we call this Southern Splendor, there'll be one with a P on the end and one with an S on the end for plan and side view. You can choose the scale here, although you can manipulate that later in drafting software like Illustrator, and then you can choose other things that you want exported. If you want the grid, again, it's in imperial units, that should be 5 feet by 5 feet. Then you tap on Save, and you would pick a name, a folder, and I put it here in Surveys, which is on my, you'll pick the SD card here so that you can, and then under type of file, there's only one option really, which is the DXF, which is DXF, my understanding is it's an AutoCAD format, and it's something that can be read by most drafting programs like Inkscape and Illustrator. Now if you go to File Explorer, you can check and see that if I go to my SD card and I go to Surveys, that it's saved these two files. So there's you won't be able to look at it here on the PocketTopo, but if you take that SD card and put it in a computer that has Illustrator installed or Inkscape installed, you'll be able to open and read those sketch files.